Let's hear what OJ has to say about a 3-minute message from OJ. So a moment of silence, please, for OJ. There we go.
Hey, Twitter world, is me, yours truly. Well, a whole lot of people are asking me what I think about this Alex Murdaugh trial. I don't know why they think I'm an expert on it, but I got to admit, when he took the stand, a guy who's an habitual liar, I did watch when the trial first started. I watched him take the stand.
Because he's thinking, no way in hell I ever would have taken this
Yeah,
stand.
no way. That's why I'm free now.
I thought it was probably a mistake because the guy...
Because I had the best lawyers ever. And they actually called us. They actually called him the dream team, and they told me only an idiot would take the stand.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where he gets his legal
admitted liar, and it's hard for me to think he can be on the stand 5, 6, 7, 8 days without lying. Question is, what did he lie about? But lying and stealing money is a little different than murder. I realized in watching them testify what he was doing. He was just trying to relate to one or two of those jurors that he was a good old boy. He was one of them. And I'm not sure he didn't succeed in doing that. I am not qualified to really say if the guy did it or he didn't do it. If a juror missed an hour of testimony, they no longer qualified. I've missed days that I haven't watched this. But from what I've seen, do I think it's more likely that he did it? Yes. But more likely equals reasonable doubt. So from what I know, I would have to say there's a lot of reasonable doubt there. He's going to go to jail for all the thievery he did, stealing millions of dollars of people. I think he should be looked at more about the death of his housekeeper a few years ago, where he ended up with
the Netflix
over
joint.
$4 million of the insurance money.
He watched Netflix.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna
tell
you what. I don't think he killed her, but I would not be remotely surprised if it's very convenient, very, very convenient that she tripped over a dog rather than tripping over her own 2 feet. There's probably not too many defects in the house. In order to win in a case, there has to be some negligence by the homeowner. So if she slips on the stairs because she's wearing slippery shoes or whatever, and there's no defect, you don't win anything from the insurance company. The only way you win anything from the insurance company is if there's some sort of negligence or fault that you can attribute to the homeowner, which magically let's just put it this way. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. You weren't there. What I do know is, from the perspective of a lawyer, it's very convenient that the nature of her fall was by tripping over the dog rather than it being any way of 1,000 other ways that it could have happened. Well, I'm just saying that.
Well, hold on. That whole
and he recommended to the orphan, sue me.
No, but
and I'll retain me and sue my wife, the homeowner, and I'll be the lawyer for you.
Yeah. So. How many conflict of interest is that? That's a ridiculous conflict of interest.
It seems like it. Yeah.
He's number one. He said he was there. He's not only a witness. Mm-hmm. It's his house, and it's his insurance company, and he retains them as clients and sues his insurance company for the stuff that happened on his property. It absolutely made no sense.
If you have any questions about what an evil, slimy thief this dude is, what an evil, totally slimy thief this is, okay? You have to understand, the orphan took the stand. And I'm not saying this as a knock on him at all. I'm just speaking from all appearances. He basically looked like a skinnier, frailer version of Forrest Gump. Okay? That was my takeaway from him. He sounded and basically came across like a frail, and you'll understand why I'm phrasing it this way, just so you can understand how evil a thief Alex Murdaugh is. No one should sit here thinking I'm simping for Alex Murdaugh. He's a terrible human being. This guy, so picture Forrest Gump's mother is a maid working for Alex Murdaugh. She trips in his house, allegedly over a dog, and goes into a coma for like a couple of weeks before she dies. He goes to this kid, and he's actually not a kid. He's like 35 now. And he says to him, hey, I got $500,000 in insurance coverage. My wife is the homeowner. I'll represent you, and you sue, and you and your brother you and your brother will each take $100,000 from this, which is like, all right, that seems really low for a $500,000 policy. But he's like, you're going to each make $100,000 from this. So the kid says, okay, fine. And he basically tells him forever, case still going on, case still going on, case still going on, even after he settles it. What he never tells the kid, so he doesn't give the kid the $100,000. What he never told the kid was, yeah, first level insurance was $500, but they had under insurance for up to $5 million. And he ended up settling with the insurance company for something like $4.2 million, and doesn't even give this kid and his brother the $100,000 each. That's how greedy a thief he is. Doesn't even give them the $100,000 each. Keeps it for himself. And because how stupid a thief he is. Because if he gave him the $100,000, they were like, oh, woohoo, we made our money, and not known that they were totally ripped off by him. Because in most cases, when it's personal injury, the victims or the victim's family is supposed to take 2/3 minimum, which means out of this 4.1 million, they should have gotten like 2.7 million, and a max that they can get is a third plus overhead, which overhead is like, under 100,000 probably. So, or much less than 100,000 if they settled. So so that's how evil a guy this dude is. And the sickest part of this whole thing, remember how I told you this guy who got on the stand looked like Forrest Gump to me? He said, he was asked, why is it that you were speaking on behalf of your brother? And this kid goes, oh, well, because my brother's kind of slow. You're muted, Uncivil. Yeah. The Forrest Gump.
Slow?
Yeah, the Forrest Gump is like basically the most social. Yeah, that's my point. His brother is kind of slow, and I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe Alex stole from these two orphans. I can't believe he stole from these two orphans, like these two, like Forrest Gump and his slower brother. Oh my god, what a jerk! What a freaking jerk! Didn't even give him the 100,000. What an idiotic freaking jerk! He's a terrible human being. He's a slime. It's like he should go to prison for his financial crimes, and justice would be as if his fellow inmates would beat him up every day because he's that big a jerk. He's that big a jerk. If you ask me my opinion as far as what real justice is. But anyway, yeah, we should. I'm going to finish up here what OJ weighing in here, because he's got the goods here.
He's an expert.
Look at that, but it wouldn't surprise me in the least if this guy beats this case. He's going to go to jail. He's going to go to jail for all the money he stole. I'm curious there because I got 9 to 33 years. 33 years because I caught some guys trying to sell my stolen property, and I yelled at them. Even they didn't think I should go to jail, and the judge Jackie Glass gave me 9 to 33 years. So I'm trying to see what this guy is going to get. I was up there with guys who had robbed casinos and robbed banks 2 or 3 times, and they had half the time or a third of the time that I got. So I'm always curious to see what kind of time these guys get for stealing millions of dollars. When I caught guys stealing my stolen property, the state of California, after I was convicted, ruled it was my property, and they gave it to me. So I have it now. So how do you go to jail for catching guys who are trying to sell your stolen property? Well, nevertheless, I do think this guy more than likely did it. But once again, more than likely, to me, is tantamount to reasonable doubt.
I agree.
It would work against him in a civil trial, but I don't know if it's going to work against him in this criminal trial. Wouldn't surprise me in the least if he beats this. I'm just saying, take care.
I think that's a fair assessment. I think more likely than not, it's a fair assessment. Especially if you broaden out the concept into like involved, accessory, conspirator, knowing. If you broaden it out, I think more likely than not, it's fair.
Yeah. I concur with OJ. Run, AJ, run. I concur with OJ. So
that's what you get when you hear from an expert.
Yeah.